Y'all miss me? I'm back! Just having some fun. I bet you guys were like, what is going on? What is going on? I think we're all like, literally, what is going on? What's up with the corona? What is up with the corona that you can't drink and everybody's freaking out? Hey, Brenda. So, cheers. I'm not a corona drinker, but just kind of wanted to get us in the groove a little bit, talking about all this craziness. Coronavirus. Anyhow, but as you can hear in the background, some peaceful music. That's what we need. We all need some peace right now, right? We all need some peace. So let me turn this off and then I can get to yapping to you guys. Okay, so what we're going to talk tonight about is the coronavirus. So most of us are getting prepared to the best of our abilities. There's a lot of good information, a lot of bad information out there. I'm a preparer. I am also one of those type that really, my anxiety always comes from caring about the people that I love. It's not so much me, but my spirit has always been, I've always lived in the spirit of giving, so, or the spirit of service, either one. So I freak out when my friends don't have, or does everybody have? And more so than it is for me, it's my family, my friends, my animals, which is really interesting because and I'm saying hi to everybody because I'm not seeing real well tonight. But anyway, so what I've noticed is there's a lot of craziness going on out there. The toilet paper thing was real. I was fortunate enough to get a whole bunch of it because that's what I order, and I've made care packages for friends and family. I do have a few left for those that are in the Tacoma area. I'm not driving to Timbuktu unless you want to come and get some. If you need toilet paper, I have toilet paper. It's in a secret location. Anyways, but I'm happy to help meet you guys, whatever. So I just want to start with, I know there's a lot of panic out there, and I'm a panicker, but if, again, my reasons come from friends, family, my kids. I worry about other people, but it's just as bad. But I'm not a hoarder, and I'm not one of those type of people that take up all the supplies and then try to gouge them. I'll just give stuff away. But in the recent days, what I realized was there was not a lot of conversation about our pets, because up until this point, they did not believe that it was something that could be transmitted between dogs and pets, animals, dogs, humans. So let's talk a little bit about that. The Pomeranian in China did test positive for the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever the heck that name is. It did test positive. They believe, though, because it lived with somebody that was infected, the woman that the Pomeranian lived with, that is 17 years old. So I want you guys to keep this in perspective. They quarantined the dog. They tested it. They did get a low positive on the coronavirus, but by the time it was done testing, it was clear this dog, as of today, passed away. Now, that's going to be the next thing in the news loop. But what I want you guys to remember, this dog was 17 years old. The lady would not allow a necropsy to be done, which would have been really helpful. But right now, they are saying that dogs are not carriers, or they can't pass it to you. That's what they're saying right now. Which leads me back to China again. In the wake of the coronavirus, what ended up happening is people evacuated and they left their pets behind. And this is something that we have to prepare ourselves for, or I'm hoping that by sharing this video tonight that we can prepare. And I've tried to think outside of the box, not just preparing for a disaster, general stuff that you have for your dog. So I've really tried to think outside the box. So in any of this video, feel free to get a pen and a paper and just write some of this stuff down. I won't be posting it. But hundreds, if not thousands, of pets are dying in Japan, not from the coronavirus. In China, because people evacuated and took off and left their animals behind, whether they were sick or... We can't allow that. So we have to get together and we have to get a plan in motion, so that we can be ahead of that curve. Not to panic anybody. So I really want to talk about, are you prepared, number one, for lockdown, if it should go that way? No, they didn't have a choice, but we have a choice here. So the reality of it is we can formulate plans that I think are a little bit more in detail or in depth to make sure that in the event that one of us gets sick or two of us in the same household get sick and end up at the hospital, I pray that none of that happens to any of us that I know or a part of our family or anyone viewing tonight. My prayer is that we all stay safe. But I wanted, again, to think outside of the box to make sure that we've dotted every I and crossed every T, because they can't defend for themselves. They can't defend themselves. They can't make preparations for themselves. These are things that just go without saying. So I don't want anybody to panic. I just want to have people to have really good information to kind of, again, think outside the box when it comes to your pets. These guys need you to have a plan for them. So we're going to go over it really quickly. The Pomeranian died. He's 17 years old. He did test positive for the coronavirus. But when he left their holding, he was no longer testing positive, and they believed it was a full recovery. They do not believe it was transmitted from dog to that person. They believe actually that the dog probably got it because he was with that sick person. So the dog has passed. The dog was 17 years old. That's a really long life for a dog. So let's just keep that in perspective, because that's going to blow up on the news tomorrow that the dog died, now dogs, and we don't want to do that, okay? We don't want to do that because there's no proof of that. So let's keep that in perspective. So, and I'm going to try to recap as we go, because if people need to get pens and pencils and paper out to write down, I think that's a good start. So let's start with the coronavirus in general for puppies, dogs. There actually really is a coronavirus. It's not something that we're going to get from the dog. Puppies are more susceptible to it, and they actually get vaccinated for it. And I printed this. I'm going to read this to you guys. Canine coronavirus disease, known as CCOV, is highly infectious intestinal infection in dogs, especially puppies. All right? That is the canine coronavirus disease. That is not the same thing that's going around right now, okay? Canine coronavirus is usually short-lived, but may cause considerable abdominal discomfort for a few days in infected dogs. The virus is from the Coronaviridae family. The virus gets its name because the fact that when viewed from the above electron microscope, the virus has rings of projections that appear like coronae, a small crown made of ornaments. So this is in puppies, and it's usually in nasty areas, like and where dogs are not kept clean. So that is not the same corona. All right, so we've heard that. Let's put that to bed. That is a different intestinal infection, has nothing to do with respiratory or the coronavirus, COVID-19, that we're all dealing with right now, okay? So we definitely are going to put that to bed. So I thought to myself today, and I had a good cry about all the dogs and pets in China. It just tears my heart up. So right now, I know we all are scared about our finances and stuff. I want you guys, because I'm giving my time to you guys. I don't get paid for this. I don't have one of those support buttons, $4.99 a month. I don't do any of that. So I do have a request of all of you tonight. I want you guys to pick your favorite, whatever it is, whether it's the Humane Society, whether it's, mine is Stray Animals Matter. My dear friend has that organization it's called Stray Animals Matter. You can look it up on Facebook. I want everybody to take $5 out of their pocket tonight, and I want you to donate. Because the Humane Societies are closing. The rescues are closing. So sorry. And these dogs and cats can't get adopted right now, and they need our help, right? So I'm asking, because I'm asking that everybody $5 somehow change. I don't care what it is. And if you can't do 5, do 2, do 1. And I don't care if you're already a donator to the Humane Society, donate an extra 5 for me, because I literally believe that these guys need us, right? Like, I mean, they don't have a choice in all of this. In all of this, they don't. They're innocent. And so, mine is Stray Animals Matter. Feel free to look it up here on Facebook. I know there's Kitty Haven, that if you're local and you feel more comfortable doing something local, Kitty Haven is at VCA Parkway Animal Hospital. You can contact them and get a hold of Kitty Haven. The Humane Society, $5 will not break us, okay? So I'm going to stop harping on that, but please, I give a lot of my time. I invest a lot in this just to help people. If you don't do anything else, please just pull out a 5 and donate it somewhere, please. Let's start that here. Let's make that something that happens. And, I mean, you see all these things that, what do they call them? Grassroots. Let's be grassroots for these pets, and let's get somebody something, so, all right. So, do you have a plan should you get locked down? Do you have a plan? Most people do. Most people have. I've always had emergency kits. Hydrogen peroxide, some antibiotic ointment, some vet wrap or vet gauze, water. I mean, I have all of those things. And I think that most of us, if we look in our cabinets, we have enough. So we're hoping that the pet stores will stay open because the grocery stores will. So, food and all those things, we all think about those kind of things. But I want to talk about this and what's changed things a little bit for us. I called Denise today, my dear friend at Parkway Animal Hospital, and I said, hey, what are the changes that you guys are doing? So the first thing, what I would love for all of you guys to do tomorrow, if you have not done this already, and I think, again, this is thinking outside the box, should you have an emergency during the time what happens if there's a shelter in place in your state? We don't have that right now, but we're really getting cut back to what we can do and what we can't do. We do not have a shelter in place, but what if we do? I believe that vets' offices will still be open. Ours, and I think Denise is on here, and Denise, if I'm not saying it correctly, please feel free to correct me. That they're allowing one person in at a time. They will come to your vehicle and they'll get your pet out of your vehicle and bring it in. So they're practicing distancing right now. So I think it's really important that you guys call your vets and say, hey, if it's just a regular checkup or if it's just a vaccine, do we still need to come in? If it's something that just, toenail clippings, do I need to come in for those? Or call your vet and see what they have to say about this. Things are changing. Things are getting shut down. Are they still doing surgeries? If it's an elective surgery versus like taking off dew claws versus a spay and neuter that can wait, or I don't know. Talk to them. Contact your vet, because whatever they have in place, they will appreciate you coming prepared. They also can get your information. And hey, what are you coming in for? And you can do that all over the phone versus having to pack in, try to stay 6 feet apart from one another. So, and Denise gave me that information today, and we surely thank you, Denise, for that. So call your vet. Tomorrow, they're probably closed wherever you guys are watching from, but call your vet tomorrow and say, hey, what are the changes? What do you need from me? Should I wait to be seen? And if there's any kids, have them get away from the thing for a second, because I'm about to say something. for all you pricks, and I said it, for all you pricks that are buying up all the hand gloves and stuff like that, this not only affects the people that need surgery, human beings, you pricks. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I apologize if there's kids on here. But let me tell you something. Our dogs, our surgeons that have to do medical surgery, absolute surgeries, are running out of gloves, masks. Our vets are running out of that stuff. Thanks, you pricks. Sorry, rant over. Our surgeons, our doctors, our vets, the people that work in the vets' offices have to have gloves. They're running out. There's veterinarian offices that are closed if they can't get this stuff in. It's not just a matter of hoarding that stuff. You don't know what you're doing, not just to other human beings, but our pets that may need surgeries. I mean, it's just so beyond me. I hope you get what you got coming. That's all I can say. There's a special place for you. I'm sorry that I get, and I'm sorry if I cursed, but it is what it is. Everybody knows that I'm known to slip a few in there. So hopefully none of the babies heard it. And if they did, Auntie Stephanie apologizes. But yeah, they're just jerks. There's no reason for people to be doing any of that kind of stuff. And our surgeons, whether they be for people or for humans, they have to have the equipment they need. So, all right, I'm going to get going again, and I'm going to start cussing, so I got to shut up. Anyways, check with your vet. Find out what their new procedures are. Find out how to follow them. Get in line with their program, all right? Because things are changing. Things are changing. So just get in line and follow, and it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier. So that was the first thing that I thought of. And thank you again, Denise, for being so great and always keeping us all informed. The next thing is, so I have like I don't know what you would call it. I kind of have a downline of people that would take care of my animals. Should something happen to me, the people in my household, and so on. I kind of have a downline. Like Edie, I don't know if Edie's on here. Hi, Edie. She actually has full authority over all of my animals. Period. Like, so if somebody brought one of my dogs in, they could get a hold of Edie, and Edie has full authority on to do whatever something to happen to me. So one of the things I always think about is most people don't have a secondary person on their account. It might just be their spouse. It might just be like if I have Nehemiah, my youngest, on there. So one of the things when you call your vet's office, you might consider doing, and this is just, it takes that long to do it, put a secondary person that's not in your home on your vet record that can have treatment for your animal that you trust. Those are the things that, I think are really important that maybe not everybody thinks about. Like I said, I kind of have a downline, and I have such a good relationship with my vet's office. They pretty much know if I bring them in, I just say, do what you need to do. But if I can't get them, then Edie is there to make those decisions for me. And if Edie, Denise, Dr. Sage, they all have the authority. But I really want you guys to think about having a downline set up because most people don't. And by law, you can't really treat somebody else's animal. I had a situation in my grooming shop. True story. Took a dog in on a Sunday. I should not have taken the dog in, and I knew it. The dog was matted to the skin. The eyes were, matted. It was horrible. I felt bad for the dog and ended up grooming the dog, and I cut the eyelid right across the top. Zoop, right there. Wasn't my fault. The mat pulled and whatever. And of course, my vet's office wasn't opened up. And the lady had left without signing her release. So I was so screwed. Like I was so screwed. I didn't know what to do. So, and this is a true story, so God help me. I went up to the vet's office and I said, yep, just rescued this dog. Because she needed stitches on her eye. Not her eyeball, but her lid. Anyways, at that time I got a hold of the mom, and the lady was super cool about it. She knew. I mean, it was no fault of mine. And things like that happened because the dog was just severely matted. But the lady came up there and I was like, oh, this is my sister. And I felt like I had to get the treatment for the dog. So that's why I lied and said it was mine. $900 later, a vet bill. Actually they got it down to $750 because I'm a breeder, but that was the most expensive Sunday that I ever woke up. I should have stayed in bed. So it taught me to always get make sure I have everybody's permission to get vet treatment if I need it. But it also let me know that it's really important to have a downline. So what I want you guys to do, like I said, is call your vet's office. Make sure there's somebody that's listed that can do treatment for your dog if it was needed. Maybe you can't get out of the house, but maybe your dog needs to go, or maybe you end up sick, or it's just a good thing, right? Or if you're on vacation and something happens and somebody's watching your dog. So I think it's just super, super important to have somebody on record that has like a power of attorney for your animal. I probably would also have a letter drawn up that this person at this address, so if they have to show ID, can actually do that. So the next thing is, I was thinking, like I said, we're thinking outside the box of stuff to get ready for just preparing. Should any of us or all of us or none of us get sick, we just want to be prepared. So the other thing is having enough dog food, of course. You want to make sure, I would say probably 3 weeks to a month. You want to have enough of that. You want to have, the water's not contaminated, so I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about the water. But having a couple cases of water, if you can find some, is great. I was blessed with a few cases from a gal that her husband works for a water company, so I'm pretty fortunate. And this thing is just kind of stuck. Can you guys see me? I just want to make sure. Everybody say hi, because it's not moving, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I lost you guys. It says live. Well, say hi to me if you... Okay. Hey, Lindsay. All right. Hey, Jennifer. Cool. All right. So the other thing, which water you want to get, all of that kind of stuff. Hey, Elaine. Good. So the other thing is having your medical records, right? So let's say you do Revolution or Bravecto or whatever it is you do for fleas, whatever medicine you have for fleas. Hey, Mary. Everything you have. Hey, Carol. Hey, Stephanie. So everything you have the dates that your dog needs that medicine, and have the medicine, this is what it looks like. I would have a picture of your dog in your records, like actually just take a photo and print it out. I think that's a good thing to, hey, Garnett. I think that's a good thing to have. I would also close by the medical records, have the medicine, have everything kind of in an area, in a container, in a box, something that should the need arise for someone to come in and help with your animals, they have everything that they need right there. And then a picture, right, would help if somebody had to identify. God forbid it's somebody you don't know, but at the end of the day, we want to be prepared for this stuff because we don't know. It's not freaking us out. It's not being scared. It's not being panicky. It's just being prepared because we don't know what's coming next. So then, thinking outside the box again, I was thinking, well, if we were to have everything kind of set aside, well, what about a dossier that you can actually, in that you can have, I don't know, like schedules, like how when your baby goes to the bathroom, what he's used to. Have some leashes in that area. Have some extra collars, some water bowls. When your dog goes to bed, just kind of a dossier, and kind of, what it reminded me of when I was thinking about Wife Swap. You guys ever watch that stupid old show Wife Swap? I get a kick out of it because not one single one of those husbands could handle me. True story. Anyhow, so when with Wife Swap, they would always do that thing of, this is my family and this is what we do. You should really have one for your dog. It really, really, I think, would be a blessing and a helpmate to anybody that would absolutely have to care for your animal. I think it's a really good thing to just have. The other thing is, I really want you guys to know or find out or do your research on what your closest boarding facilities are. Not just one. Kind of look around. And find out where there's your nearest boarding facilities, should you not have somebody that can help with the care. And you can have that prepared. You can have that in place. Find one you like. Find one you trust. Should you have to use a boarding facility, like I said, I kind of have a downstream of people that always step up to the plate for me. People have no idea how blessed I am. So I've made it's not just one person. I have a stream of people that would actually step up to the plate for my dogs. And anybody that knows me, any of the puppies that I've brought into this world, I'm a phone call away. I mean, I would come running in a minute. So, I mean, put me on your list for sure. I think that having everything together and organized in a time like this is not something that we should, kind of take lightly. I think it's really just preparation. And making sure that while we're taking care of one another and being good to our neighbors and good to our friends and being kind to one another and trying to just kind of reassure each other that, we got it. We're good. We'll get through it. We need to, even offer ourselves to our pets, to families that have pets, that, hey, listen, in the event, I want you to know, I don't know if you have somebody, but in the event that you need somebody, I'm here. I think we can all offer that. I mean, or at least something like, listen, if you needed me to take them somewhere, I'd be happy to do that. If you needed anything like that. But my heart really, really just got torn today when I saw that there was just all these cats and dogs left in China because people evacuated. And I don't want that to be stories here in the United States. I don't. So what we can do is help each other prepare, because it's not just about the toilet paper. It's not just about the water. It's about these fur babies that depend on us and love us and really, 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 really need us. So be a friend to one another and offer and anywhere that you can just say, hey, I'm willing to take your dogs somewhere if you need me to. Should your dogs need to go to the vet, I'm happy to get them but practice safety, of course, for people that can't get out. I mean, there's just things that you can do. It's not just about the toilet paper. It's not just about the hand sanitizer. It's not just about the coronavirus. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I don't drink beer. I'd be drinking right now. But anyways, I think that we can do a better job than what we're doing. And I think sometimes we get really settled and really comfortable in our life. And I was really trying to think today, how can we make sure that we're all prepared? And like I said, our surgeons, our vets, our doctors that take care of our animals, we've got to be on the same page as them, and we've got to honor them and get in line to what they need from us. So yeah, with that being said, I think that was kind of one of the things I want to talk about. Then there was grooming. Anybody that's coming to our shop, we're implementing a couple new rules. Not that it applies to a lot of you guys, but so I have lupus. Most of you know that. So I have an autoimmune disorder. So I have to be really, really careful, which is fine. I'm not freaking out over it. I mean, like I said, I'm worrying more about my friends and my family than I do myself. But we're going to be meeting everybody outside to get their babies from them. And then I will walk them in on a leash. And from there, they will go straight to the tub. And then we'll Lysol the leash and blah, 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 blah. Lysol the leash and just do it that way and kind of keep it sanitary. So we're trying to do kind of distance as well. I was told today that there's a possibility that we're considered salons. So we may have to shut down. I don't know. We're waiting to hear back if that actually applies to us. And now I'm going to go into a little bit about what you guys can do to help other people that are close to you. Small businesses, it's very, we don't get sick days. We don't get paid time off. We don't get paid leave. We don't get any of those things. We don't qualify for that. Really think about, in this time of need that's going to be going on for so many people, how to support even businesses that have closed down for the time being. If it's a restaurant, if they can still do drive-through, unless it's San Francisco, that's like everything's shut down. Buy a gift card. Buy a coupon. Ask what they have. I'm happy to, anybody who wants grooming, that doesn't feel comfortable coming in, we definitely can do gift cards. We can do Venmo online. I can do PayPal. There's different ways for us that we can, generate. Right now we're open, so I'm okay. But it's going to be slow and it's going to be hard. And we have to keep our local mom and pop shops and businesses, they're there for us, right? And so just think about them during this time. And, and if you have a neighbor that has kids and they're struggling, there's a lot of single parents out there. Offer to make some sandwiches and bring them over, or, offer something. There's always a way you can help. Bake a cake. I don't know. I mean, there's just ways that we can help one another. But with these small businesses, it's really going to take its toll on families. I don't know how they're going to figure it out or what they're going to do, but we just have to figure it out together. And I think that's one of the things that I don't know how many people saw the video that I did. So just a little backstory. I have never met Anne Marie. And she needed toilet paper. She just made a post. So I actually did a video. I don't know how many saw it, but it's like, you got a friend in me. So when the toilet paper supply is low and you don't know where to go, you got a friend in me. And I sent some to Texas. That's the kind of stuff we need to be doing. If your friend has dogs, hey, I'm going to get dog food. What does your friend eat? Can I grab you some? Hey, I'm going to get whatever. I mean, one friend said they went and grabbed greenies because their dog and their next door neighbor's dog loves greenies. There's so many little things you can do that make all the difference in the world. There's never a time that you can't find a way not to be selfish. Except you stupid pricks that bought up all the gloves. You guys are selfish, you know what. Sorry. Anyway, I just want the people that I know to be okay. And I want the people that have babies, fur kids, to be okay. And I want us to think of ways that during this time of a lot of isolation and a lot of uncertainty, because, sometimes you feel like you don't really know if you're getting the right information from the top, or you're getting the right information from the top, or you don't, and everybody says, listen to this person. Oh, listen to this person. So in a time where we're not really certain and we really don't know what is going on, because we've never seen any kind of reaction to something like this, let's stop and just think about, okay, you know what? Let me focus on what I can do for somebody else, especially people that have pets, right? We don't know what the needs are. So, again, like I said, I offer a lot of my time and my advice and my experiences and stuff, and I don't ask for anything in return. So if anybody has it, please donate like $5. Mine is Stray Animals Matter. There's Kitty Haven out at VCA Parkway Animal Hospital. You can call up there and see how you can get a donation to them. There's the Humane Society. There's different rescues all over the place that these guys are not getting adopted right now. Everything's closed down, right? So we need to think about them too, because our dogs are safe at home and loved and spoiled and little shits at times. But the reality of it is they live good lives. My dogs live better than me, I always say. So we need to really take the time to, in this moment, to be the best that we can be and really stand up and do the things that, ask somebody, what do I need? So as for the coronavirus, tomorrow you were going to, just for those that are still on, or I'm just recapping really quickly. The dog in China died. They will not do a necropsy because the lady won't allow it. It did test positive for the coronavirus, but it did not have the coronavirus when it left the facility because it was on lockdown as well. It tested negative. It was fine. It went home and then it died. It was 17 years old. So until you hear otherwise, that dogs can transmit it to humans, this was a human to dog. This was not dog to human. So don't freak out. Don't let that be your, oh my gosh, moment. Just wait. I mean, if it's something that we need to freak out over, wait. I mean, don't buy trouble, right? Don't, what does it call that? Future cast. So the dog died, but it was 17 years old. And maybe that coronavirus, having it, just took its heart out. Just, it couldn't manage, right? So just Just don't worry. And then get a list together. Get a kind of a little bit of a list together of how your dog lives every day. Put it together with all its medical records, what it needs, its medicines. Write everything down. Do a little dossier for your animal. If you have more than 1, 2, 3, not like my house, you got to have one for every dog so people can match it up if they need it. Talk to your vet's office. Talk to your vet's office. Call and find out what the protocol is that they are using right now, because protocols are changing daily for every industry. So make sure you prepare yourself. Don't wait to the last minute should your baby need to go to the vet. And it makes it a lot easier. Like, you could call today and say, okay, but these are the protocols. And then should you need, you'll know. It just makes it a lot easier. And then having everything together in an area, and then having somebody other than lives with you on your vet's record, that in the event somebody needs to come and get your dog for you because maybe you're not well, maybe whatever, that the dog can actually be taken care of by somebody else, and that there's a permission slip for that. Write a little note too that I hereby, because I think that'll help should you need it. Find out boarding facilities in case you don't have anybody. Is there any boarding facilities around that are close by? Kind of thought about pet-friendly hotels, but at this point, that won't matter because we're all going to be in our houses for the most part. So, one of the things you might want to practice too is just kind of wipe your dog down. It's something, and I don't know if it would help or not help, but I don't think there's anything wrong with, a little wipey, little soap and water wipey once in a while. I think that's okay. Wipe their feet. I think that's okay. I don't think that's being too paranoid. If you do take them out somewhere and whatnot, literally, like I said, it's not transmittable from dog to human, but they believe the dog, that little Pomeranian in China, got it from its human because it lived in an environment. So it was from human to dog. So with that being said, there's not much more to talk about, but I don't know what next week is going to look like for me. I don't know. We literally, if they shut us down, we will be facing financial devastation. I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure it out, though. I always have. I'm a survivor, so that's the one good thing about me. But realistically, I really just wanted to kind of think outside the box a little bit, get you guys prepared just in case. Talk about those jerks that have bought up all the stuff, the hand stuff and everything for the dogs that need, vets aren't even going to be able to do surgeries and stuff. Some of them are closing down. So anyways, that's about it. I want you guys to stay healthy, stay safe. Yeah, that's about it. And I think together we can be kind and we can reach out and really, really, like I said, ask your neighbors, ask people that have dogs. I'm touching my face. I'm touching my face. I'm touching my face. Yeah, so I don't know. Does anybody else have any ideas you guys want to add? I don't want to just be the know-it-all be-all. Is there anybody that has any other ideas that you can think of for helping with pets? My thing is running really slow. I am funny. I'm funny with my bun that doesn't move tonight. Look, that's that good hairspray. It's just kind of not moving. I don't know. Walking them, I don't know, Brenda. I'm kind of, I think maybe in their, backyard. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about anywhere I go with my dogs, people always want to stop and touch them. So then what do you do? So yeah, I think walking them if it's in an isolated area, but if you get that stay in place shelter thing or whatever, you'll be walking them in the backyard. But you could walk them for somebody else, Yeah, baby wipes are fine. Just don't put it around their face. They're fine. Not going to hurt them. Just make sure it's not the ones that don't have the alcohol in them. It's not going to hurt them. I use baby wipes all the time. Somebody might argue that, but they're fine. I don't use them in their face or anything, but I kind of make my own wipes, guys. I use the toilet paper. As a groomer, If my dog is late on its shots, how dangerous is this? Would the groomer need to cancel? Not including. Hang on. Hold on. I got to read it all, Elaine. Hold on. Not including rabies. As a groomer, if my dog is late on its shots, how dangerous is this? Okay, so I would say that's depending on the age of the dog. Statistically, vaccines really only need to be given. There's a lot of statistics that back this up. After the dog is like 2 years old, you only need to do them every 3 years. Most rabies shots are good for 5. The reality of it is in Washington State, we really don't have rabies. So we've had a few very limited cases over the years, but so grooming, so mobile groomers coming to your house, they're going to want to know if you're sick or not sick. And but as far as my grooming shop, it really won't affect them. This virus really won't affect them as far as if they're shots or not. No, I wouldn't cancel. I mean, I wouldn't cancel a grooming appointment because they were behind on their shots or the rabies. It doesn't. And our dogs, see, but it's a little bit different for me. So our dogs I don't do any cross-contamination. Our dogs are all separate, have their own beds. Everybody's kept separate. I'm not one of those shops that let them all run around together and making... It's just an accident waiting to happen, realistically, not even about the vaccines. But if one dog nips at the other one and then you got a big pack fight, I'm not doing it. I've seen it at other grooming shops and we just don't do it. Backyard or neighborhood. Yeah, Brenda, I think, people always want to stop me. If you walk the dogs, we can be out in the front yard with the dogs and people are like, oh, your dog. I'm like, back off. Back off. Especially right now. Don't touch them. So I think that the backyard, walk them in the backyard, take them for, where there's nobody around. I think that if you can do that, I would definitely stay away from dog parks. I would definitely at this point in time, not because the coronavirus is contagious, just the people. You don't know what they've touched and I don't know. Yeah, just be real careful with that kind of stuff. Real careful. So I think grooming shops may fall under salons. I don't know. I was just saying about that. Which is horrible news for me, but we'll see. I don't know. But support your local places that you guys have always supported. Whoever your regular groomer is, buy a gift certificate. Whoever your regular restaurant is, buy a gift certificate. Local businesses, mom and pop shops, we really need everybody to support one another. Everybody needs to kind of turn around and, okay, where can I support? We all need to do that. Don't be a selfish, you know what? Don't do that. Because if I hear about it, I'm gonna call you out on it. Just kidding. No, I might. But I just want everybody to be good to one another and just really take the time to see what your neighbor needs, if the pets, or share this. Get people prepared. We don't know what's coming. We don't know how it's coming. We don't know what the next move is because right now it's all in the hands of God and the government. Because my dog bites. So really just help everybody get prepared. I'm really hoping that this video just helps people get prepared. So share it. I'm going to share it. We really need to do that. Because I think there's a lot of people that just don't think, wow, I should call my vet's office, or they don't prepare. So hopefully you guys can watch this and get prepared and it'll help you. And hopefully you won't need it, but you'll be ready to go if you do. Oh, and the other thing, if you go on Amazon, yeah, right? I know that's true, Elaine. But Amazon there's emergency kits you can buy. You can go to, even PetSmart online, Chewy. Look up emergency kits. If you don't have one, look up emergency kits at home. I have them and they're made. But you can buy them online, kind of the stuff that you would need to have for your dog. Please don't text me and ask me what is in your emergency kit. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. You can put your big girl and big boy pants on. You guys can do the research to find out what's in emergency kits for dogs. Just look them up online and they will tell you. They will absolutely tell you. I don't mind doing these videos, and there's a lot of information in all of them. So I get a lot of people messaging me and still asking me questions and whatnot. And For the most part, there's times I don't mind, but realistically, I put them together so you guys can watch them. I have a grooming shop. I have a breeding business. I'm very busy. So I don't mind sharing, if you want to send me a picture of your baby and whatnot, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm super excited to see them. I love all the fur kids, whether they're from me or not, but I don't always have time. I will try when I can. But yeah, all the videos cover everything that we've ever talked about as far as topics go. So I'm thinking, actually, Elaine, now that you said that, I actually was going to talk about vaccines next week and the importance of vaccines and that kind of stuff. So, and there's this just totally off topic, burning thing about dogs going home at 6 and 8 weeks. It is like, I want to shake breeders because puppy parents don't understand the long-term effect that has on a dog. So, they're not, Brenda, you're funny. They're not stupid questions. I just don't have the time. I'm happy to help when I can. Just a lot of times I don't. There's this dog that I'm so in love with. You guys have seen him, I know. Candace has him. His name's Brady. I love that dog. She asks me questions all the time, and I don't mind. And I love Brady, and he's not for me, but I'm in love with that dog. So, yeah, Candace, you got the thumbs up. But I get a lot of messaging like, and I'm like, go back and watch the video. Go back and watch the video. Go back. That's what I do these videos for. But I was going to say something. My brain just doesn't always work real well. But long story short is I just don't always have the time. So just be really, really, just be conscious of the time that I have and how much time I'm already spending and giving you guys of my time. That to try to be helpful. Oh, the 8-week-old thing. It is like, I think, my biggest pet peeve. I don't know why breeders, I just don't understand it. I don't know. It has literally got my ass on fire. That that's why I started this group. I've said this a million times. There was a puppy, went home at 4 weeks old. I thought I had read it wrong. Hence why I started this group. Pass on the words. I love you too, sweetheart. Pass this word around. Start making breeders keep their puppies till they're 12 weeks old. And if they won't, find another breeder. The long-term effects that it can have on a puppy leaving its mother too early. The AKC says 12 weeks. If you're getting a purebred, they're too young. They are not emotionally nor mentally developed before then. I know it's an old-time practice, but people... we have learned, we have moved forward, we have passed that. We really have to spread that word. We really have to spread that word. I am not the end-all be-all, and I am not the know-it-all. But let me say this. I have seen the difference in a puppy that goes home at 8 weeks compared to a puppy that goes home at 12 to 14 weeks and goes to... They're emotionally stable. They don't have anxiety. They don't cling to their family. They are ready for the world. They learn so much. They're better. They have better manners. They just, please pass that word around. It just sends me. I don't ever want to preach to somebody. People don't know any better. And they get so excited about getting their puppies home. And guess what? I've had people say, oh, well, can't I? No. But please can't. No. That's a hard no. I'm not. I've seen the difference. I know the difference. And I really think that we need to spread that word. Like literally, if a breeder won't keep a dog till 12 weeks old on a toy breed, absolutely not. Like absolutely not. It's just not okay. So spread that word around. That's something that I really want that information to get. I get breeders. They get super mad at me. I don't care. Be accountable. I don't care. Keep your puppies longer with their moms. Make sure that they're getting everything that they need so that they're loving and they're nurturing and they understand what a pack mentality is. Right? So, okay. Last, I love you guys. I want you to be safe. I want you to take care of one another. Call your vet. Find out what their protocol is. Call your vet. Have somebody other than living in your home on there that has the authority over your dogs on your account, right? Make sure those things happen because everybody in your household gets sick. What are you going to do if your dog needs to go to the vet? Thanks, Brenda. Just literally right now, don't panic. Just get prepared. Get prepared. Get prepared. That's all we need to do is just get prepared. And lastly, if anybody that needs anything that's here in Tacoma, Washington, in my area, let me know. I'm here to help in any way I can. With the kids, with food, with toilet paper, whatever you guys need. Okay? Dog stuff. I've got some dog stuff. I mean, if you guys need anything, I literally just message me. That's all you have to do. Send me a message, or you can call me, 253-327-8667, or you can text me, same number, 253-327-8667. But that's it. So I'm out of here for the night, you guys. I'm going to go home. I am working tomorrow. I am grooming tomorrow. I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday if we're not closed. Like I said, I think we're considered a salon. Somebody told me that today. So don't freak out. Be kind to one another. And as usual, I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Share, share, share. We all are in this together. And the pets, right? All our fur kids deserve nothing but the best. And don't forget, I asked everybody to find $5. $5. I give all my time, my information, my $5. Donate to some charity that has to do with pets. Stray Animals Matter is mine. There's Kitty Haven at Parkway Animal Hospital. There's the Humane Society. There's rescues. We all can afford $5 or $1. Figure it out. I don't care, but do it. If I'm giving to you guys, I'm asking you guys to do something for me. I love you guys. Good night. Be safe. Take care of one another. Good night.